And now joining us from Ohio, a Republican, is Representative Bill Johnson. Congressman Johnson, if you'll start, tell us where your district is. Tell us about your district.
You bet. My district runs all along the Ohio River, from just outside of Youngstown, Ohio, to about an hour outside of Cincinnati. It takes 6.5 hours to drive it from one end to the other, and we love it. That's Appalachia, Ohio.
How would you describe the economic condition of your district?
We have some of the highest unemployment in the nation. The people in my district are hurting, and the economic policies of this president have put them in that situation. I mean, if you look at the price of gasoline, we're paying twice as much at the pumps than we were when he was inaugurated. When you look at utility rates, we're paying on the average $300 more per month than when he came into office. And he had an opportunity tonight to put us on a different track, and he decided not to do that. It's another example of how this president's actions and his words don't match. He talked about a dysfunctional Senate. He had an opportunity to tell this Senate, come back to work and pass a budget. Remember, it's been 1,000 days since the Senate of the United States has passed a budget. He had an opportunity to tell the Senate, if he really wants to create jobs, to take up the 30 jobs bills that the House Republicans have already sent the Senate and get to work on those. He talked about an all-of-the-above energy policy, and yet that comes on the tail of just a week ago when he rejected the Keystone XL pipeline that would have created 20,000 immediate jobs and 100,000 jobs down the line. We're talking about natural gas. We're talking about oil. And yet his EPA and his Department of Interior have got a war going on those fossil fuel technologies. So, it's very, very frustrating. We can't figure out which Barack Obama is going to show up on any given day because his words and his actions simply don't match.
Now, your state is going to be one of the focuses of the 2012 election, as always. What are you looking for?
Well, the people in Ohio pay very, very close attention to what's going on, not only within our state, but nationally. They know the voice, they know the reputation that Ohio has for being a central figure in presidential elections. And you can better believe that the people that I represent are watching very, very closely, and they're not happy with this president's performance.
What do you think Washington, you're a freshman, correct? What do you think Washington can do to help your district?
Well, first of all, Washington mostly needs to simply get out of the way. We've got a federal government that has outgrown its ability to discipline itself. I supported a balanced budget amendment. Washington can't seem to get it through their heads that they've got to learn to live in their means. Regulations cost our economy about $1.5 trillion a year. Last year, this administration put $100 billion worth of new regulations into place. Every time you turn around, the EPA and the Department of the Interior is reaching further and further and further into the pocketbooks of the small business owners that I represent. So Washington needs to get out of the way and learn to live within its means.
Bill Johnson is a Republican from Ohio. He's been talking with us here in Statuary Hall. Thank you, Congressman. And we could go to